Ford High School Weekly is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Welcome to Ford High School Weekly. I'm your host, Deanna Mate. On this episode, we're talking to one of the special talents over there at Edmond North. T.O. Barrett is here to join us on Ford High School Weekly. T.O., how's it going?
Everything is well. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Man, I'm going to show my age here, but every time I say your name, man, I'll be thinking about Terrell Owens. I'm sure you get that a lot, huh?
Yeah, some people, they always ask me what it stands for, and my real name is just Antonio, but my dad's name was T.O. when he was little, but he didn't stick with it like I did, so, that's just me. I just go
I
by
like
T.O.
it.
right now.
All right, so before we get to the basketball questions and talking about the way the season's going for Edmond North, let's go ahead and get to know you outside of the basketball court. You mind if we do that a little bit?
No problem.
All right. Other than basketball, what's your favorite sport?
Definitely football.
All right. So it's NFL teams. Who you rocking with?
I'm rocking with the Cowboys, man.
That's my dog. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm rocking with the Cowboys.
When you start liking the Cowboys?
All my family like the Cowboys, so I just grew up into it.
All right. Moving on. So, what's your favorite number?
Number 2. That's the number I wear in high school, and that's just my favorite number. I don't know why. Just I had it for a while and I stuck with it.
I like it. I'm not mad at it. All right. Moving forward. We got to talk about school. Student athlete and all that good jazz. So, what's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is math. Everybody gets surprised by it. Most people don't like math, but it's one of my favorites.
All right, yeah, I'm a big numbers guy myself. So what kind of classes are you taking right now?
Right now I'm in algebra 2 for math, and then history, earth science, English 3, and I have a physical education class like most people.
All right, well, I always do the athletes a favor over here just so we can get, a higher GPA. Who's your Algebra 2 teacher so we can get a quick shout out so we can get these grades so we can get the easy A on the next test.
Miss Lambert, she's a great teacher. She helps a whole lot. She explains everything good. She's a great teacher.
Shout out to Miss Lambert. All right, when we come back, we'll go ahead and talk to T.O. Barrett about, what it is, basketball here in the state of Oklahoma. We'll be right back here on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to T.O. Barrett from Edmond North. T.O., so basketball for you, how did it all get started?
I started basketball in a little YMCA league. I was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
That's my first games of basketball.
3 years old, man. You was young.
I know, I was little. I was real little.
What's your like earliest memories?
Actually, when we was little, they had smoke machines when we would come out for the games. That's my favorite part. That's really why I wanted to go play. I wanted to go around the smoke machines and get snacks after the game was over.
Hey man, everybody has different motivations in life, and snacks come into a lot of those. But the smoke machine, how'd they set that off for the youngins?
I don't even know. I don't even know. It was fun though. We used to go in the back and then we would run out the tunnel with the smoke machines and they'll say our names. And I'll never forget that. It was so fun though.
Yeah. So all right, let's go ahead and hear it. What was the snack that really? I know you remember the snacks now. What kind of snacks did they have?
Definitely the Hershey's chocolate bar. I always got that.
See, mine was the Snicker bar. I was like, after the game.
Hershey's my go-to, bro.
Yeah.
Go-to. But it has to have the peanuts in there. I mean, the almonds in there.
Okay, I can rock with it. Almonds is healthy. At least got to get some kind of healthy snack in there.
Yeah.
So, what was it like playing at that early age? I mean, were you already, knowing coming in at that early of an age that you were one of the best players on your team, or is it something that you had to work towards and get better?
I definitely had to work for it. When I was little, I played up most of the time, but I definitely had to work for it, and the work finally started to show like around high school and late middle school.
So what was the reason why you had to play up?
I just did it. I guess my parents thought it would help me. So when I was little, I played up, and then I got to 5th grade in middle school, and that's when I played my age. But when I was younger, and I played up.
All right, so let me ask you this: is there any siblings involved in the whole playing up dynamic, or are you an only child?
I have siblings, but I played up. I'm the oldest one, so I didn't play up with any of my siblings.
Oh, so you're the oldest brother, huh?
Yeah.
All right, what's that been like? Kind of like how many siblings do you have?
I have two siblings. I'm the oldest of three. Um, the middle one is a freshman right now, and my youngest sibling is 4 years old.
Really? So
Yeah, yeah.
what is it like having a brother that's like kind of that close in age with you?
It's fun. We compete all the time. We argue, we fight, but we compete. Definitely when it comes to basketball, we make each other better.
So I'm guessing he's playing with you right now, or is he playing on the freshman or JV team?
He plays freshman in JV right now.
Uh, all right, so you getting them right over there in practice, huh?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Right on, right on. All right. Well, so what was it like other than basketball? Were there any other sports that you played growing up?
I played football, baseball, and so I played every sport when I was little. I narrowed it down when I got a little bit older to football and basketball, and then I narrowed down some more to just basketball. I'm stuck with that.
All right, we gotta ask, man. What position did you play in football?
I was a receiver in football.
Oh yeah, you was nice
Yeah,
with it, To.
I was nice with it. I was nice with it.
All right, so baseball. What position were you in?
I was shortstop.
Shortstop. All right, so out of all three of those sports, why did you choose basketball?
Um, you know, I had when I played football, I got hit a few times. I got a few concussions, and my parents, kind of freaked out a little bit, got scared, and told me I'm done with that. So I stuck with basketball. I didn't really like baseball. I just played it. I didn't really like that. So I just stuck with basketball, and it's been that from there.
All right, so since it seems like basketball is very important to you as far as it's the one game that you couldn't give up, who was the person who kind of put the ball in your hands and kind of showed you the sport of basketball?
Definitely my dad. Ever since I was little, we just he tried to guard me and I guard him. He would always beat me because I was small and I wasn't that good, but we just had fun with it. And we sometimes we did practice and he'd be serious, but we definitely worked on it and it's just been our thing.
So you definitely come from one of those households where dad wasn't letting you win, huh?
No, definitely not.
Shout out to Pops, man. I got to make you tough.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to T.O. Barrett about how recruiting's going and so much more here on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to Edmond North star basketball player, my man T.O. Barrett. T.O., so recruiting is bubbling up now, man. It's getting serious, and I know a lot of people are knocking down those doors and ringing off the phone. So, who are some of the schools that have your interest right now?
Um, I got a lot of schools in my interest right now, but a few of them definitely Oklahoma, OSU, Iowa State, Houston, SMU, Georgetown, Louisville. There's a few of them to name.
All right, so I know a lot of players have different criterias and different things that they, look for in a school. What are some of the top things that you look for in a potential university that you're going to go to?
I definitely want to play as early as possible. Be a big impact. Um, yeah, definitely. That's one of my main priorities. I wanted to feel like a family. How we're close together. We all. I don't like the beef, the hate. The jealousy. Um, that's definitely one of my top priorities. And I want a group of guys that definitely want to work hard, play defense. And then off the court, yeah, put in the work to be the best team we can possibly be.
So how are some of the how is it judging that? I know you're going to be taking visits and going to different campuses and talking to different coaches, but how do you get the feel for the family orientation of the team and how hard the team works and if they're really truly, honest about giving you an opportunity to play as early as possible?
Yes, like when you go on visits, you'll go watch a practice or something, and you can you can show up before the practice and maybe stay a little bit after, and you can see who's really in there before practice and after practice. And then sometimes the team goes out to eat when you're on a visit, so you can go with them and you see how they interact with each other, and see if they really they really like each other, like they're really family.
So why is defense so important to you?
Defense, because you got to play both sides of the floor to win. Um, I don't really like people just focus on offense, and usually when people only want to play offense, they're usually selfish and want to look at their points after the game, stuff like that. So defense, you got to play defense to win.
I feel you, man. Yeah, I'll be watching basketball, and sometimes there's people taking some breaks off, and those are normally the teams that end up with that L at the end of the night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
with
definitely.
with that being said, is there anything off the court that you're looking for as far as, school wise or campus wise? Is there anything outside of basketball and outside of the athletic program that you're looking at to help you make that decision?
Yeah, there are a few things. I don't know what I want to major in right now. That's still a decision I have to make. But one of the things I'm kind of looking for is like the fan atmosphere and how it goes, and like if they're a basketball school, do people come to their games? How is it? You can always turn that around a little bit, but it definitely helps when you have people in the crowd cheering. It always brings energy.
So you want to go to one of those places where the crowd is getting hyped every game, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It helps. It actually helps in the game. When you hit a big shot and the crowd goes crazy, it definitely brings energy.
So let's go back to your high school career right now. I mean, you guys are winning state championships and playing in front of big crowds. How does it affect your game? I mean, the bigger the crowd, the better TO plays.
Nah, not really, but I feel like I don't get as tired. When the big crowd is yelling and talking stuff. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I feel like I don't get as tired.
I like it. I like it. All right. So university wise, are there any campuses that you've been thus far?
Yes, I've been to University of Oklahoma, OSU, in Missouri.
All right. So as far as those three campuses, was it what you expected, or were you kind of shocked and surprised about the atmosphere, the university, just the student body? Like, what were some of the things that were surprising to you, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, at every university, I always get surprised with something different. Every university like tends to have something different than the next. So I go to OU, I see a facility that like something in their facility that most people don't have, or I'll go to Missouri and see something that other people don't have. It's different in every university.
Stay tuned. There's still more Ford High School Weekly coming up after this. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to T.O. Barrett, one of the phenomenal players in the state of Oklahoma for the Edmond North Huskies. T.O., the season has been, it seems pretty good for Edmond North right now. What's your take on it?
It's definitely been good. I feel like we always do better. I really didn't want to have any losses this year. That was one of my goals, but you can't stop everything. So but it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I know how sometimes those losses come out of nowhere, but you guys seem to have been bouncing back and really putting on top notch performances. I mean, what shout out some of your teammates for those who don't know. I mean, we're not doing it by ourselves now.
Yeah, I got some great teammates. Right now, our starting five is Dontrell Yearby, me, Xavier Ross, TJ Strong, and Dylan Willard.
So I know Warlick is your teammate. I remember watching you guys in that state championship game, and you guys were a force together, man. So what is it like playing with him?
It's great. We've been playing with each other for a while since middle school, so we kind of have a little bit of chemistry. I feel like we're a dominant force, and can't nobody stay in front of us, and can't nobody get past us on defense. Offensively, I feel like I can come off a pick and uh, throw him the roll, or he can pop and hit a three. We just play off each other. I feel like I feel like we're really dominant.
Hey man, I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. So during those games, I know those scouting reports come out like days in advance, and you guys get to look over them and really, do your homework on the opponent. But what's the routine for you pre-game and during the week to kind of get prepared for the next game?
We scout at practice, and then watch a little film. And then pregame, I usually stop in the locker room, just chill for a little bit, put my headphones on, and go watch the girls' game. And then I go to the training room and get some heating pads on my knees, and listen to music, lock in. We go to the locker room at the girls' halftime. Coach talk to us for a little bit. We get ready, and then we go stretch, and it's game time.
So, with that being the case, I mean, tell the people right now, what type of player do you consider yourself to be?
I call myself a basketball player. I don't like to be described as just defensive, offensive shooter. I don't like none of that. I feel like I'm a basketball player. I feel like I can do anything on the court.
So, no labels, just
No
whatever
labels.
you need, you can get it done.
Whatever you need to win, I can do it.
So, where does that mentality come from?
My uncle, one of my mentors, along with my dad, he taught me that. Don't ever, I was little. I saw Steph Curry. I want to be a shooter. I want to shoot threes. He told me be a basketball player. Do everything. Do everything. Why have one label when you can do everything?
All right, with that being the case, are there nights when you look at that scouting report and know that one aspect of your game is going to have to really show up and show out for you guys to get a win?
Sometimes definitely. We might be playing a team with a really good player where I'm gonna have to, play a lot of defense, lock up the whole game. Or maybe a team that, go under screens and I can step back and shoot it. So it just depends.
So when you are, playing your game and you kind of come in where it's like, hey, I don't have to focus on one aspect. I can be the basketball player that my uncle and my dad truly tell me to be night in and night out. How does the game come to you, and what do you kind of lean towards to kind of give you that push and give you and kind of start your game off in a fast way?
I usually start off, it always helps to see a few baskets going. So you might start with a layup or definitely start intense on the defensive end. That always brings energy, it just brings the motion. You just get the feel for the game and then everything starts to flow.
All right, I like it. Something. I mean, it's surprising. I mean, first year in varsity, you guys win state. So I mean, everybody's looking at you even more now to be somebody they can really lean on. But
hmm
when the game's over and they hand you guys the stat sheet, be honest. What's the first thing that you're looking at?
I won't even look at the stat sheet. We don't get it, and I don't ask for it. I just, game's over. We win, we win. You know, we lose, we lose. I hope we win, but I don't go for the stat sheet or none like that.
All right. Well, how about dad? Is he go? Is he reaching
Mm.
for that stat sheet?
Sometimes he'll keep track. Say if I had a lot of turnovers or a lot of missed shots, missed free throws, he'll definitely bring that up during the car ride home or when we get home. It just depends, but he definitely keeps track of some of that stuff.
Somebody has to now.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so with the season going the way it's going, and especially the way it went last year, what's the team goal this year? And again, I know there's the state championship implications and things that you guys want to do, but what are some of the specific goals that the team wants to achieve?
Like you said, always the state championship. We don't want to lose on the home floor. That's our house. We don't want to. Can't nobody take that from us. So that's definitely one of them. And just get better as a team. Get closer, like as a family. That was one of our goals from the start. So we spend time with each other off the court, outside of practice, and all that. That was what really one of our main goals.
All right, for you individually, making the progression and getting better, what do you want to accomplish this year, your junior year, moving away from your sophomore season where you won a state championship? What do you want to accomplish individually this season?
Um, Definitely, I was supposed. One of my goals was to definitely. One of my goals was to average a triple double, and I haven't even got one this year. So I've definitely got to get a few. I got to lock in and get a few of those, because it ultimately helps the team out a lot. Just doing every aspect of the game, and that definitely helps. But that's really my main one.
I mean, that would help a lot with the whole basketball player aspect of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like if triple double, you can do it all aspects. You know, get steals, rebound. You know, get the bucket, assist. That's a true basketball player now.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's ask this. I know again you're in the middle of your junior season, but when the whole thing boils down, when you look back at your high school career, what do you want individuals to say about T.O. Barrett?
Like ultimately, I want people to look back and be like, he was one of the best to play in the state ever. Um, one of those type of things. Like not just he was good or he was okay. I want to be one of the best to ever play in the state.
All right, and I'll give you some time to think about this, but you know what they say, it's all good to have a goal, it's all good to have a dream, but unless you have a plan, it's an empty dream and there's no way you're going to accomplish that goal. What are some of the things that you've set in place to kind of accomplish that goal of yours when it's all said and done and you're a senior and you're walking off the court for the last time?
I put in the work for all this, and I put in the work to achieve what I want to achieve. I haven't made it yet. I haven't done none of that. So I work out all the time outside of practice, outside of school stuff. Even when I'm in school practice or we lifting with the team, I'm working hard. You know, I'm trying to get better. So when I'm outside of this, I work out and then, you know, just so I can make it as far as I want to. Um, you got to put in work to make it where you want to be. So I'm trying to do that.
Truer words have never been spoken, man. I want to thank you so much for joining us today, man. And again, good luck to you and Edmond North to making it back to that state championship game. Hopefully, we'll see you guys in Norman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Be sure to go to yourview.com/OK for highlights and replays of the Ford Game of the Week. And check out our podcast and past episodes at yourview.com/OK. Remember, only the best in Oklahoma, like Edmond North's T.O. Barrett, make the Ford High School Weekly. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Deanna Amade.
Ford High School Weekly has been brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma.